Hi Kwok. So today we're going to look at clean and press. So obviously the clean is very much the same as what you've already done or looked into with the previous video. The only caveat with clean and press is that as you come into the clean, you have to have a little bit of a pause before you then go into the press. Okay, so the clean is exactly the same. Think of clean and press with reference to a pentathlon as two different exercises. Okay, that will help you think about it as having to have a pause here before you do the press. Now the press is an absolute strict press. Okay, that means the legs have to be locked. So effectively you want to squeeze the quads before you press. Much like a hard style press, this is the only lift really which is a bit of a grind. Okay, it's a bit more hard style in fashion. The only difference being is that you're still not going with that squeezing grip on the handle. You still want to have the belt sitting down on the lower part of your hand here, on top of the wrist bones. Okay, while a hard style press will be very much a case of squeezing the handle and then pushing the belt up. So we're still looking to have that hand insertion. Okay, but the only difference is now need to squeeze glutes, squeeze the quads. Okay, press from a nice firm foundation. Okay, it's quite allowed, it's okay, a lot of people will twist through the torso and then get the belt up, using that momentum to help drive the belt up. As long as the knees stay locked, we're perfectly fine with that. Okay, so let me show you a few reps. You just bounce and go on the way back down. Lock the legs, squeeze glutes. Pause. You notice fixation at the top. Pause at the top. Arm nice and straight. Next to your ear. Not out to the side. Not too far in front. Nice and straight as you can get it. And then a quick drop on the way back down. Okay, we don't need to have any eccentric loading. That is a waste of energy. Just want a quick guided drop. Exhale on the way back down. Also with the press, and this is the only time I'll advocate holding your breath, but in the initial stages of the press, I will take a breath, hold my breath till I get to about 2/3 of the way up, then I'll exhale. Okay, I just think with a grind type movement, having that breath hold just helps create that power in the initial phases of the press. That's my personal opinion. You could, of course, just exhale all the way up. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so fairly straightforward. A few more reps this side. Just remember to lock the legs. Alright, let's clean and press. So that's quite short. So we'll look at jerks as well in this video. Okay, so with a jerk, you're basically looking at not pressing the bell at all. Okay, so I'll show you no bell. You've got the movement that you should be familiar with. Okay, elbow resting on your hip. Okay, leaning back slightly. Now when you go into the first dip for the jerk, think of it as you need to make sure you maintain that connection. This is critical. Arm on torso. Okay, now if you go into a squat style first dip, what will happen is you'll lose that connection here. Okay, so then there's no power being transmitted up through the hip into the arm because that connection has gone. So we're not squatting, all we're doing is just sliding the knees forward like so. That way you can keep that arm connected to your hip. Okay, so just squeeze forward the legs. You're going to be driving up on the toes, and as you do that, you're also going to be driving the arm up to here. Okay, that would be the first section to here. Okay, so you're getting halfway up. Then as soon as you get here, as soon as you've got full extension, belly's roughly level with your head, you're going to be driving the hips back down while continuing to move the arm up. Like so. You then catch that with a straight arm, bent legs, and then stand. Only when you stand does fixation start. So once you stand, hold for another half second, or you can make it for a second just to be assured of yourself, and then drop the bell. Okay, so it's so the first thing you do is just learn to do that movement there without any weight whatsoever. First dip, up on the toes, and drive the hips back down and stand. That will get you halfway up, and from that point on there, you're basically driving the hips down while moving the arm up, so there's no actual press, you're just getting straight underneath it. So the correct breathing pattern would be, so think about a big exhale each time the hips go down, so first and second dip, here, another one there, okay, from the side. Now bear in mind my mobility is not the best, so in the overhead position, the more you can get the hips back the better, but for me personally, if I get my hips back as they should be, I'll find my arm too far forward. So for me it's a bit more of a straight up and down as opposed to setting the hips back, but that's entirely dependent on your mobility levels. Let's see what works best for you. So with a weight, don't rush that. When you land in that second dip, just hang out there for half a second before you stand up. From the side. Okay, that's jerk. Practice that. Like I say, don't worry too much about the weight initially. Just practice that. 2 dips. Arm halfway up, all the way up with the second dip. First dip, halfway, all the way. Okay, hope it helps. See you soon for the next video.